support me on my locals community, Tom's Train of Thought. Membership is free, and by clicking the join button, you can support me for as little as $5 per month. Link is in the description and in the chat.
The window, reflecting who I am. No one ever stopped me, not even Uncle Sam. Life might be a struggle, life might be a fight, but I am here to show the world that I can make it right. On a bad day, on a good day,
Good evening, fine people of the internet. How y'all doing today? We're streaming on Rumble and YouTube tonight. It is May the 28th, 2025, and the sun is shining bright now, and there's clouds and thundering. Can you believe that? And just there was a couple of drops of rain. I mean, we're looking out there and we didn't see anything, but we seen some drops coming from the roof, so I guess it sprinkled for a little bit. We couldn't tell because the sidewalks weren't even wet. So how's everybody doing tonight? We lost power earlier, about 3:53, didn't come back on until 4:30, and then a couple of times since then the lights have been flickering. So did I say Duke Energy sucks? Reggie says, my internet was stupid last night, acting stupid last night. Okay, let me see if we can get this thing working here. Okay, there we go. All right. How you doing, Reggie? There you go. Okay, all right. Yeah, I got to complain about Comcast all the time. Right now, my speed is good. It's what it's supposed to be. Yesterday, it wasn't. Last week, it wasn't. And then yesterday, I get a text from Xfinity saying, oh, thank you for ordering the movie Minecraft for $19.99. Let us know how you like it. And I texted them back and I says, I didn't order no damn movie from here. So we finally got to somebody on the chat and she said, oh, we could take care of it and we could reduce your payments also. So a half an hour later, after they tried to offer me an iPad for a new service, I says, I don't do Apple products. Then they says, well, we'll give you a new cell phone with a new number, with a new new service. I says, I don't need no damn cell phone. All I want you to do is fix the damn problem with what I have now because I got slow speeds. And then they says, oh, we can give you a slower speed. I says, I don't want a slower speed. I'm complaining about slower speed. And they says, well, the 600 megabytes per second isn't included in these offers. I says, you're just wasting my time. A half an hour, all this crap. Hey, 3DHP, Las Vegas. Thanks for stopping in. First time here. All right. Glad to see you. Say hello to everybody. And everybody say hello to 3DHP. All right. There we go. I'm complaining about Comcast. Like, they never get anything right. But today, I can't complain because I guess I have to call them like every other week or so just to get them to keep the speed up. But now Duke Energy is screwing with me. Every time it rains, the power goes out. And it's not raining. It's not raining. The sun is still shining out there. We haven't seen a drop of rain in I don't know how long. So I don't know what the hell is going on. And my program says it could be buffering. Hey, Bama, big man, good to see you. All right. Glad you can make it in here. All right, there you go. Yeah, Reggie says he had to come over to Rumble because YouTube keeps stopping. Yeah, I can imagine. Maybe it's YouTube that's screwing me up on here. Yeah, because it's showing that it's not doing good right now. It's did that. Yeah, Reggie says it's buffering again. Hey, this sucks. I don't know what the problem is because my speed is good. Yeah, a lot of buffering. Yeah, because it's showing that it should be buffering because I don't know. It's when it's red here, it's good. When it's yellow, it's there's a problem, and it flashes on my screen here. Yeah, so I'm not sure what the hell's going on. Buffering, yep. Yeah, I can't do nothing about it because my speed's good and everything else is good here. So I'm not sure what the hell's the problem. I'm watching on Brave browser on Rumble, and it looks good to me on there. So head on over to Rumble if you got Rumble, because it's there. So nothing yet. Okay, just pulled a head of cabbage from the garden for dinner. How goes things, Tom? Hey, remember the West. All right. Everything's going good except for it seems like it's buffering, but now it looks like it's good. How you doing, remember the West? I just grilled some hot dogs on the grill. Yesterday we had hamburgers. And last week we had some kielbasa. I grilled some kielbasa and sweet pepper and onions on there. Before that we had a pork loin. So I'm making good use of the grill that we got last month. So, woohoo, it looks good. Okay, so before we go anywhere, I didn't get anything ready because I was doing some stuff on a workbench and stressing out about the power going out on me. So I got to get some, we won't talk about train shows because there ain't hardly any coming up anyway. So, but I will say thank you to all the supporters. You can now support me on my locals community, Tom's Train of Thought. Membership is free, and you can support me for as little as $2 a month now. Just $2 a month. Link is in the description and in the chat.
Thank you for your contributions during the live stream. I really appreciate it. I would also like to thank all the moderators who have helped me out in the past years. Thank you very much.
Just like that guy said over there, thank you very much. And Rosie says, I've got a Blackstone, love it. There you go. I got a Charbroil. And West, what are you going to make with that cabbage? Every time we have a cabbage, we make cabbage and noodles. The last time we made it, cabbage and noodles, I put celery, green pepper, yellow pepper, red pepper, onions, and ground meat. Sometimes I use kielbasa, sometimes I use sausage. And it tastes good. Whew, I love it. And it lasts a long time. A lot of leftovers. A lot of good leftovers. So there you go. All right. So I got to do one thing here for Rumble because I'm a premium creator on there. And, you know, if you ought to go over to Rumble, but better yet, be a premium, sign up for Rumble Premium. So if you haven't done so already, smash that like button. Follow me on Tom Kovichak or Tom's Trains. Hit the bell notification. And better yet, sign up for Rumble Premium. What are you waiting for? You know why you want to sign up for Rumble Premium? Because you have ad-free viewing. Break free from ad breaks. Watch your favorite videos on live stream without advertisement. That means you don't have to sit there and click through 2 advertisements before each live stream or video. Then you get premium content. Gain access to exclusive premium content from creators like Steven Crowder, Dr. Disrespect, Tim Pool. They all have it. Even I have it. I'm a premium creator, and I even have the premium content. But if you're familiar with Mud Club, you get that free. If you're familiar with Timcast IRL's Uncensored, you get that free. And he now has the Green Room. You get all that advantages, and you also get a verified badge and other benefits. It's only $9.99 per month, US dollars, $99 per year. So what are you waiting for? Sign up for Rumble Premium now. There you go. What are you waiting for? Oh, man, you're making me hungry. Bacon and onion fried, and whatever is left over is going into the kraut ferment. All right. Oh, boy, that sounds good. Woohoo. Okay, so let me show you what is on the workbench right now. So I got a lot done since probably the last time you saw this. Not finished yet, but none of that. I still got the roofs to put on, all that stuff, and still got all that fencing and stuff to put in there, and I got to paint it and all that good stuff. But I just staged it on the workbench to see exactly how big it will be. So that's approximately how big it'll be. On the right hand side of it, there's another fence that comes all the way down to and meets up with the fence that goes across the bottom. So not all the fence posts are in there, and there's a couple of alleyways going through there, and there's supposed to be a trough that I didn't build yet, and a lot of other good stuff in there. I'm probably not even halfway through with it yet. There's a lot more junk to do. Boy, so I'm going to show you a few pictures, and then we're going to go. Let me see if I can find them. Yeah, here we go. I'll show you some pictures that we had from there. Let me go up to where the actual pictures are. Let me see. There's all the sticks and stuff. There's a lot of sticks in that box. And there's one of the pages. There's 3 pages like that with drawings on it. Okay. I used that for a thumbnail. And there's the first building on there. And this is step 2, doing the sheds. And there's the buildings with the frame around the doors. And there's the cattle sheds, 2 of them. And that's all of them put together like there. That's how they're arranged. And more sticks. And see all those sticks hanging out the box? A lot of sticks in there. Okay, so there's a close-up of that one, and you can see all the different templates I had to go by to build all the fences on there, and gates, and inclines. And that's the top view of it. So that's how big it's going to be. I think it's going to be. I measured it before, but I can't remember what it was. But there's some more drawings right there, and here's some of the gates. And there's some of the fencing with the gates, and then the chutes. I just finished up the chutes the other night. I used that for deal. Here is me making one of the fences. Hey, Frank Ney here. How you doing? We're just going through some of the photos for this kit that I'm building. Stockyard by Campbell's Scale Models. And there's a few of the fences, but not all of them. And there's me working on it, building some stuff. There's a little bit more of the fences. I think that's all the fences right there. And I think now I have to work on the gates. Yep, there's the gate template. And there's one of the fences with all the whatever you call it on there. Where the cows can stick their head in and eat. I had to make 2 of those. And some more fencing. And here's some of the gates. And here's this one's a movable gate. So the one side of it slides. And that was a pain to build. And these are the scraps that I had left over from the fencing and other things. That's my sloppy workbench there. Okay, there's the template for the gate. And there's the rest of the gates up there. There's the slide gates up on top. So there's everything put together, all in a row, nice in a row that I had finished. And there's what I did. I think I did this last night after doing the ramp and everything else. That's the ramp going. I think this is the one that goes up to the street. There's two of them. One goes to the street and one goes to the trackside. Yeah, here's the trackside one right there. That's a straight-on shot of the trackside one. And there are the pulleys up on top of the gate. I have yet to put the thread through it. I had to thread through it, but I realized I had the pulleys on upside down, so I had to break them off and re-glue them on there. And that's what I use right there to string the string through the pulleys. It works marvelously. No fuss, no muss. You're making pretty quick work of this, all things considered. Yeah. I thought I was going pretty slow, but there's a lot of things to build on this one here. And there's another view of the pulleys up on top of it. And I had to put there's the small gates, and those are supposed to go up and down. That's why the string is on there and the pulleys. And I got some counterweights to put on the outside. But that's the one. This is the trackside one, and that gate will go up. And there's all the staged pieces right there. All right. So here's the view from the other side. So I got some not some photos, I got some videos from, don't you just love to watch videos? Okay, so I got about an hour worth of videos. Actually, I got probably more than that, but I'm not going to show them all tonight because I probably got over 2 hours, 2.5 hours worth of video here. I'll just show you about half of them. So we'll start off with this one. This one's about a half an hour long. On the Friday night live stream, we made this long fence here. This is fence A. Boom, boom, boom. And this is K. And this is L. All right. I'm running out of room to be putting all these finished pieces over here. But I cut the pieces for another fence, which is template B and template C. And I'll bring you down here to see this right here. Template B is this way and template C is this way. I don't have enough room to do both of them on this thing right here unless I go like this. I don't think I'll do that. I used to have a bigger glass, but I gave it to Debbie because I thought it was too big for me, so go figure. So we're going to be doing this one here. This is 5 strips, 1 dowel in the middle. I think it's 1 dowel in the middle, and then a long dowel on this end, because later on we'll be doing this stuff over here. And then this right here, that goes vertically. So I got to find all these pieces of wood. There's the other dowel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I got to find another piece here. What happened to it? It's got to be here somewhere. Oh, there it is. It was on top. It was on top of the other one. All right, so we got them all. So I'll do the same way. We're going to put some double-sided tape on there to hold the pieces in and go from there. I have the 1, 2, 3 block on the right hand side so we could have all our boards aligned properly. And I have the double-sided tape on there. I'm getting a little ahead of myself with the glue here. So we'll just put it up like this. Okay, I gotta do this first one, get this over to where it's supposed to be, and then I can put the block over there. Okay, there we go. Now we can put the block there. Okay, here we go. And the other one is exactly the same, but it's the opposite direction. And once I do this, I'll show you where this is in relation to everything else. I'm a little bit high and I'm sticking it in a hole over here. Uh-oh, my block moved. I should put a small piece of tape underneath the block so it doesn't move. There we go. Alright, so now I got to put this long one on there. And did I put a flat spot on this? Yeah, it looks like I did. So, did I get glue on me? No, I didn't. So oh yeah, I did. I got glue on my hand. I put it in the thing. Alright, so let me see if we got enough glue here left for this right here. Okay, there's that one. Get a little bit more glue here because I keep on putting my hand in it. And this is the short dowel right here, and I don't think I got any of them out. I got them in this little cup here. Oops, it fell in the hole. Okay, so I'm going to take the sanding block and just flatten it out just a little bit. square right here. Alright, and then the vertical rectangular piece over here on the end. That's this. Now let me get this. It's sticking to my tweezers. I'll do the same here. There we go. Now we'll do the other side just the opposite. Okay, here's template C now. And we'll get this right here. This one's a little bit easier because I'm right-handed and it's easier to do. The other one, not so easy. Well, I should have put the block on the other side. It would have made it easier, huh? This one, and one of these. And after this, we do D, which is probably on the other side of this, right here. Oh, gotta put the glue on there first, huh? Oops. And this went over top of the boards. Template D is the next one. That's this one right here. So we're going to have to cut, actually have to cut 6 on this one here, because there's one that goes on end. So I got to read, because it goes that way on the edge, but it doesn't go, but it looks like there's another one of these long ones there too. Alright, the hip board for D goes on the opposite side. So once this thing is dried, we have to flip it over and put it on the other side. There's so many lines on here. You can't tell the difference between the sticks and the spaces in between them. I could have sworn I made 6, but I only see 5 here now. Unless I put 2 down here. Nope. There's the short ones over there. I might have to make another one. I'll flatten this out. Okay. Now it's glue time again. We could go all night doing the same thing over and over again, making these fences. And the 23 that I got is only about 1/3 of the ones that were in the box. So we got plenty more. I keep hitting my hand in the glue when you're working on the glass and putting the glue on the glass. That limits your space. better do that this way. And I just got to, I gotta get the glue out of the way here. I just got it on my square. There we go. One of these must be bent because it looks crooked on this side. It looks closer together on this side. The first two up on top. And this one on the bottom keeps moving. There are two G's, and these are a little bit longer than the previous ones that I built. And the first one has two long posts and one small post, and got two kickboards on the same side. Two long ones and a short one, and then the opposite one, there's two short ones and a long one. And this goes down the center of the stock pen. One on each side. Okay. Yeah, I just realized I've been doing this wrong all along. It's these dowels are supposed to be, the dowel, the short dowel is supposed to be flush on the bottom, and they're flush on the top, and the other things hang down just a little bit. So I may have to redo, or just leave them like they are. I'll probably just leave them like they are, because I'm not going to go and change them. But the ones in the center I'll do correctly, and the ones after that I'll do correctly. Okay, so I'll start off by putting the center one in. Okay, here is G, and there is two boards on, this one's on the same side, so it's a hip and foot boards. So I got to do another one. I'll just move this one up here and do the same thing. I'll have to cut 7 more boards and then do it right here. Well, the 2 G's are done. Okay, this one has the 2 short ones on it. Now I have to do F and I. So out of the scraps. So let me find F. So here's F. I gotta do the short ones from F. And then I think template I. Build fence I. Build the fence portion of template I. So just this part right here. Boom, boom. With two B8 posts, one on the left and one in the center, here and here, and one gate post B4 on the right. Boom. So a tall one on the right. Here is fence F right here. I'm about to do fence I. And these were put together from the pieces of scrap. And I'm doing the glue beforehand again. I'm getting ahead of myself. But that's okay. And I already flattened the dowels, so the short ones go here and the long one goes on the end. So I'll put the center one in first. And I'm just eyeballing it in over the drawing instead of wasting time with the square. Because it gives the same results. The only thing is on the end ones, I'm going to put this up against here like that, make sure it's all the way up to the edge. Okay, gonna move this up a little bit. There we go. And now the long one. And there we go. This next one, there's 2 exactly the same. So you got 1 flat on the top, 1 flat on the bottom, and then 3 on each side. And then you have 5 fence posts in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you cut 4 of these to fit in between the fence posts, and it goes on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. And then you got to drill holes in these for these little wires right here, like that. So that's going to be a long drawn out process. I got this much done. I'll cut the rest of them, and I still got these on the glass, so we'll pry these off a little bit later, and then I'll work on this part tomorrow. Now we're going to tackle template E and H, and these are the outside perimeter fences. And here's the E right here, and this is H right here, and it comes around to this side here, so we're going to have to redo it. We're going to start on E, and I'm going to stick it underneath the glass and, you know, do the same old, put down the double-sided tape. But we got some longer pieces, like I said last night, 5 11/16 right here, and then 2 of them, one on top and bottom, and then 3 short ones on each side. And then the center, we got to cut these thicker ones, 4 of these, and put these 5 of these wires on each section. So we're going to have to cut 20 of these wires. I can't remember how long it says, but I'll have to read it again. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So let's take a look at what we got here. Okay, here's the stuff that I got cut, and here's the stuff that we need to cut a little bit later. But we got to put down the I'll do this up here because we got to do 2 of these, and we got to put the tape on. So I'm going to put it 1 2 3 4 on it, so because we're going to have to we got these short ones in here too, so well, maybe I might not need I'll just do one in the middle then, one over here, one over here. Yeah, maybe I'll do it just like about right here, so it'll hit, you know, the short one and help out with the long ones also. There we go. And push it down, so make sure it sticks good to the glass, and then we'll peel this stuff up. And we put a long one on the top and the bottom, and then the short ones, 3 of them on either side, and then 5 of the dowels. In between. So here we go here. Okay, here we go. Move some of this over here. One here. And one here. And 3 short ones over here. Okay, this one has to come down just a hair on this edge right there. Okay, there we go. These short ones are harder to put on than the longer ones because you ain't got no place to hold on to them when you're putting them in place. Even with the tweezers, let me try the tweezers here. And that makes it a little bit different, a little bit better, but not much. There we go. So I'll put this on this side here, and we'll put the 3. I hate it when it's on this side here because it's harder to, harder to do. Okay, I'm getting an indication that this thing should be buffering really bad. What are you seeing there? Because I'm seeing, even on Rumble on my Brave browser, I'm seeing some buffering on here. And I'm getting an indication on my program that it's not looking good. So, this just sucks. Oh my goodness. We'll see if this thing gets any better. But for right now, it's still saying that it should be buffering. Yeah, it looks like it's buffering really bad to me. Okay, now it should be looking better. I wonder why it's getting like that. I hope it doesn't have anything to do with the storm out there. Okay, let's try to continue with this here. Alright, so once we get these 3 on, then I'll have to shave down 5 of those dowels. So, then we got to move this one down a little bit. I'm going to move this up just a hair. There we go. Right there. And right there. I might just put it on with this right here. This might be easier this way. There you go. It's easier just poking it. Okay. So that one keeps on turning. It wants to come up. Okay, there we go. Being difficult, but it'll, once we get the fence posts in there. Okay, this seems like I made these ones a little bit too long over here. No, oh no, okay. I'm looking at the side of the building, but the fence post is right there. Okay, we're good. Alright, we flattened out the 5 fence posts. Ready to glue them in place, and we'll start with the one in the middle. Right here. Boom. And boom. There we go. And do this end over here. Yeah, I was looking at this, and on the other ones, it seemed like there was a little bit more on the bottom, but who knows? I'm going to put this flush with the top. Oops, I moved it. Right there. Okay. This one's down up a little too high. There we go. Okay, so 2 more fence posts. Okay, last one. Okay, there we go. Now all we got to do is these right here. We have to cut these to fit inside. 2 right there and 2 right here. And how I'm doing these is I'm just eyeballing them in. I'm putting it down right by where the dowel is on the bottom and the top. And then just marking this. Cut it and then do the one on the top. Just in case they're not exactly aligned, because you know, I could have made some of these crooked here, these fence posts. Yeah, I've been known to do that. And I'll have to do the same on the other one, but we'll do these first here. And what we got to do is mark where these things go. I might have to sand that down a little bit. See how it doesn't quite fit. Yeah, always have to double check it. Okay, so I'm going to mark these where I have to drill the holes. I'll mark the top ones. This one fits in there. And I'll place them like top and bottom and drill them like that. So here we go. Got to get right over top of it and mark it. Five holes on each one. And what I'm doing is when I'm putting this in there, the ink is spreading out with the grain. I should have did it with the pencil, but this is the Gunda marker available at Hobby Lobby. So that little dot just spreads out that way. So I'm going to have to read the directions and see what drill bit I need for this. Number 67. So I got to get number 67 out. And then I have to cut these to a certain length. And I have a 67. I'm missing a few of these. And I bought some at a hobby shop, but I can't remember where I put them. They're in one of these bins somewhere. So I'll put this one off to the side. I'll put this in the box over here for later. This one's a little bit thicker than the one I had in there. And what I'll do is I'll make sure that these other ones fit in here, so I don't have to sand anything down. Okay, that was good. So I don't know how I messed up on that one on the left, on both of them. Sanded that a little crooked. Just a little bit more. Okay, so there we go. So what I'll do now is I'll put both of these together for here and there, and then drill the holes in there, and then I'll have to see how long these things are here. Let me see. 11/16. So I have to cut these at 11/16. So that's probably that right here. Let me see how 11/16 is. 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's, I'll check on this one here. So that's about, let me mark it on, show you on here. So these probably go inside like this right here, because if I put this up on the top, 11/16 is right here. It's 8, 9, 10, 11 right there. So that might be it. Well, I have this up against the scale, and what I do is I just mark it with the number 18 blade right there, like that. Puts a little dimple in there so I can take my diagonals. There we go. Well, luckily they give you just enough to make one extra one out of each one of these wires, because when I was putting these in with my needle nose, one of them went flying that way, and I heard it hit over here, but I can't find it. So I'm working on a second one now. I got them all cut. I just have to drill the holes, but here's what it is. I'll have to make them flush with each end, but I just have it like that until I'm ready to put it together. Well, instead of putting them in individually, like all 5 of them on top and then trying to put them together on the bottom, like they said, well, what they said is put them in one side and glue them, and then put them on the other side and glue them. Since on this one here, Since I drilled the first one, I'm putting the wire in immediately. And also that helps in keeping the wood, both pieces, aligned. And I'll just drill the second one and show you how I did it. Put both pieces together. And that's how I lost the last one. Uh-oh, there it goes again. That's how you lose them. I heard it slide across the paper. Well, I was able to find one of the two that I lost, so I got that in there. But I can't afford to lose any more. I won't have enough. Well, let me see. I can afford to lose one more. That's it. Wish me luck. H is slightly different, where you still put the top and bottom ones in, but the three shorter ones are all on this one side. So I already got the double-sided tape on here. There we go. Alright, there we go. For some reason that one looks a little bit wider. I might have had some of the wrong ones in here. Yeah, like I said earlier, so there was about 5 different widths, but I guess we'll deal with that. Okay, so I'll put the center one in first and then go from there. I already flattened out these. Yes, I better apply the glue first. Alright, that's one. The other one goes over here. Right here. And now on both ends. So I'll get this end over here. since that's the easier end. And that's the microphone end. I keep hitting my head on the microphone. Okay, there we go. Oh, that one looks a little crooked there, huh? Okay, I'll let that dry a little bit before I try to cut those other ones here. I got all four of my thicker ones cut, but this time I'm going to mark it with the drill bit. I'm just going to go like this and put a mark on there. And that way you don't have to worry about the ink, any kind of ink running off to the side. I'll do this one here. Oops. Okay. Let go. Alright, there we go. Now I have to cut these wires again, and hopefully I don't lose any more. On these ones here, I'm using the locking tweezers, that I'm not relying on the tweezer holding it. I'm putting extra pressure on it right here, just to make sure that I do not lose it again. Because what was happening was it would twist, and that's when it went flying. So this is a lot easier doing it this way, and this is a lot better with this mark here from the drill bit. This is a much easier method to do it than the way the directions state. This way you don't have to worry about lining it up when it's already when you already have it glued in the position. Oop, don't poke my finger. There we go. And I put that one way off to the edge. But it still works. It still goes in. There we go. Last one. Well, last one on this one. Then we still have to do the other side of it. But you get to see how this way is a lot easier. And I don't lose it because I can't afford to lose any more. go. All right, then I'll just let that one sit in there, and then I'll work on the other one. Well, I have them all finished on this one here, but it says to glue these wires in there, but they're tight enough that they're not going to go anyplace. So I'm just going to glue the wood on each side. I'll do it right here, and then I'll do them up here. But that's going to be good enough like that. And they just go right in the center. So we'll just hit some. I don't think I need the template for that, so I'll move the paper out of here and say I got one piece of wire left. I'll just move this out and then put this on an angle because it'll be easier for me to glue like this. And we'll just put the glue on the long pieces. Like so. And they actually sit there. There's a gap like on the bottom and the top, so it doesn't actually span the whole thing. And I'll put a little bit on the fence post too, just to give it some extra strength here. Okay, and just stick it right down in there. And I'm eyeballing it in just to give it a little bit of, you know, like it equidistance from top to bottom. There we go. Now all we got to do is the other one now. Alright. Well, now it's on to the gates and chutes and trim. I think that's all we got left. But here is the all the walls, or all the fences. Okay, so I'm just going through the directions here. See what we got. So we got the gates, the chutes, finishing the office scale house with doors and fascia. Then we assemble the units, cattle shed roof, trackside platform, and the water troughs. So that's all that's left. So we got all this done. So now we got to do all these little gates right here. 1, 2, 3. 4. Well, I don't know how many, but we'll figure it out. But that's what it's going to look like. I got it up on the template. The next step calls for 1 piece 16th by 16th square and 10 pieces 1/32 by 1/16. So that's 30 thousandths by 60 thousandths. So we got that right there. And this is step 8, the gate.
All right, it's Sunday, and now we're going to tackle.
No, not that over again. Okay, there we go. All right. Well, when what comes next is the gates, and I just realized today when I was going over the instructions and trying to put everything together and see how everything looks that I was supposed to build 4 of the one style gate, and I only built 3 of them, so I got to build another one. But we'll do that some other time. I got over an hour and 10 minutes of more work that I could show you, but I'm not going to show it to you tonight. I got to get up early in the morning. Got a doctor appointment. But what I will show you is Sunday morning we were sitting outside and couldn't believe what this little bunny rabbit was doing here. Hello there, bunny. Hello. Oh my goodness.
I can't believe he's that beside him.
Yeah. Don't eat her hibiscus now. That's a different one. That one's smaller, huh?
One box.
Back over here. Huh? Hello there, bunny.
That's
Hello.
the baby one.
Yeah. Hello. He just keeps on coming around. He just kept on coming back. He's looking for something, huh? Looking for food, huh? Going around the house. Okay, is he going to come over here? Let's see. There he is. Hello. Hello there. You looking for your brother? Huh? He's over there. Huh? Oh, he's running the other way. He's still over here. Okay, look. He's right behind. He's right underneath you. Who went right between her legs?
That's the baby one. Yeah, that's the baby one. Went under my chair.
There he goes. He goes again. Here he comes. He's coming back over here. Hello, bunny. Oh, he's going the other way now. There he goes. You still looking around, huh? There goes the 2 squirrels chasing each other. There you go. Huh? Hello. You're taking the same route all the time. Well, that's our bunny adventure. Since Sunday, he hasn't been back much. He's been spending a lot of time in the backyard. I'm going to call it a night. I want to thank you all for stopping in. we're going to put the outro in. Friday and Monday, I will not have a live stream on Rumble, mainly because my youngest grandson will be here. I got to pick him up at the Orlando airport Friday morning because my daughter and her boyfriend are going on a romantic getaway down to some islands for 4 days. So Monday, I drop him back off at Orlando airport in the afternoon. So I got to find something for him to do for 4 days. There ain't nothing to do here in Sebring, not especially this time of year. Everything is closed in the summer months. So let me put the outro out on here. I want to thank you all for stopping in. I really appreciate it. We'll see you again next Wednesday.
Engineer, where are you headed? Carry me back to Tennessee. Oh, I got a little girl who's been waiting. Promised that she'd marry me. Mister, can we leave this seat? I'll shovel coal, Lord, to pay my fare. Gotta get this train down to the station. My little girl waiting for me there. Well, the night is dark and Lord, it's cloudy. I've been traveling that lonesome road. My one true love waiting there to see. Won't that Lord train carry me back? Oh Lord, they hit Louisville about 9. That poor boy's heart started overheating, sending all of his love on down. For the night is dark and Lord is bright. I've been traveling this lonesome road. My one true love waiting there to see. Oh, that long old train back. Train, won't you carry me home?
All right, we'll see you again next week. Thank you all for stopping in. Good night. Bye-bye. Auf Wiedersehen, farewell. Good